I've never had my stream offline and chess.com isn't. Usually it's the other way around. Man. No. No viewers. Man, Twitch isn't working so well. It says I have no viewers. All right, let's go back. If you guys can see me, I don't know if you can. All right. The engine now sees mate. White's winning now. The engine says plus 1,000. So the engine sees a win. Yeah. That is correct. Twitch says you're offline. Crash. I can see you. Great. Can you hear me? I can't tell if you can hear me. No. Refresh if it's still offline. Everything is fine. All right, good. All right, so this is a win. The engine actually sees the win. It announces mate now. The engine that's no good announces mate. That's when you know you're winning. Yell into the mic, roar. Can you hear me? Roar. All right, 0 viewers. It's working. You can hear and see me. No. Bishop D1. That is correct. Man, Fabi's playing the right moves. Black is in Wang Chung. Everybody Wang Chung tonight. Yay, 1 cent to do. All right, we're on move 105. So he has to move 149 to either win the knight or mate him. That it's mate in 20. The engine announces mate already. Bishop E4 is mate in 45, mate in 33, mate in 27. Bishop E4 is the quickest mate. Bishop D4 check is second quickest. That move also wins. Yeah, you just can't defend with the knight. It's too hard. Knight G3 is the best move. But yeah, I mean, Black's king is trapped on the side. The knight's trapped on the side. It's move 107. The 50 move rule will be move 149. So that's not in play yet. Man, there's not going to be a big break between this game and the next round. They might start the next round late because it looked like this round started late. This round started about 4 minutes late. And this game is going to go 130 moves. So if Fabiano wins, the match is a tie. If Fabiano draws, then India beats the U.S. Rawr. Bishop D3, that is correct. Black is in Wang Chung, also Zugzwang. King E6 is good. Every move is good because the black is in Zugzwang and checkmated. Terrible. The engine announces mate with King E6 or Bishop D4 check or Bishop D2. Obviously, it's a table-based position, so probably almost every move leads to mate. What's the 50 move rule? If 50 moves are made by both sides with no pawn moves or captures, then it's a draw. That move is also correct. You can play knight G3 or king G8. He'll probably play knight G3. Yep. And king E6 is good. He'll probably play knight H5. Most likely. So Fabi's idea is after here, king, knight here, king G4, and he wins the knight. That's his plan. He's going to play king F5 now. I guarantee it. If you don't like that guarantee, I'll guarantee you something else. He's definitely going to play here. No doubt about it. 5 million% he goes here. 5 billion%. Get your donations ready. I have spoken. Do it. Always play king f5. That's right. Right, if he captures the knight, that's a capture, right. If he captures the knight, black's going to resign. So that is correct. King f5. Now you know what it's like when Fabi has a gun. I think he'll play bishop h4 here. I'm sure he'll play bishop h4. I have spoken. I was a grandmaster before Fabi was born, but not really. Yeah. I was winning these endgames before, Fabi was sucking at his mother's teat. All I do is win boring endgames. If there's any tactics, I just resign. Yeah. Definitely going to play bishop f7, yeah. Very good. Very good technique. He has to play knight g7 check or resign. So he'll play knight g7 check. That's better than resigning. Yeah, then after king g4, it's over. King g4, king h7, king g5 resigns. The game's going to do this. Yeah, here, resigns. I have spoken. Now, there are some stalemates, but they don't work because it's not Eric Rosen. If it was Eric Rosen, he's going to go here, then he's going to resign. Fabi wins 2-2. The U.S. escapes. Very suspicious win. 115 moves. God damn. King h7, king g5 resigns. I have spoken. King g5, and he will resign. Small chance he plays bishop g5. Small chance. King g5. And he'll resign here. He won't move. Too insulting to move. All right. Good game from Fabi. There were two. Whoa, he didn't resign. Insult. Yeah, not resigning is silly. There's no stalemate. So he should have resigned. Yeah, that was silly not resigning. He wasted his whole life there. The next round starts soon. You got to relax. All right, he won in 117 moves. God damn. Well, bishop f6, come on. Wow, he played till mate. 119 moves, confusing the audience. God damn. Fabi does it. Fabi didn't get his 2800 rating in the mail. Okay, so the U.S.-India was tied. China won against the rest of the world, and Russia and Europe tied. So so China's in clear first, rest of the world is in clear last, and the other 4 teams are tied. And the next round starts in 14 minutes. Here's the pairings. And you can donate while we're waiting. Donate while you wait. Hey, that rhymes. Put that in Mubat somehow. Donate while you wait. The pairings are Rufus versus Doofus? No. Round 2, Russia versus USA. Rest of the world versus India. Europe versus China. And after the next round, that's it. And then if I feel like it, I'm going to play Title Tuesday. Right now, I don't feel like it. And that starts at 1 p.m. Eastern. That's in 2.5 hours. It'll be about 40 minutes after this tournament ends today. This tournament is a 6-day tournament. The first 5 days are just like this, like what you're seeing now. The 6th day is the top 2 teams play, and then let's see who the winner is. That'll be on Sunday. 100 centidues. We can't have a train. There is, well, I don't know. It might not have been an hour yet. I don't know. It's been about an hour. It's close. Yeah. About an hour. Close. Did Humpy win? She did. She did win. That is correct. Humpy did win. Okay, so I'll try to remember all 16 games because there were 12. 12 games. In the women's, 2 of the women drew, Gorechkin and Muzichuk. The other Muzichuk lost to Ifan, and Humpy Canero beat Anna Zatonsky. That's the 3 women's games. In the USA India, Hikaru drew with Anand, Dominguez drew with Hari Krishna, Vidit lost to Fabiano, and Humpy, as I said, already won against Zatonsky. Irina crushed that out this round. Aronian lost to Artsemeyev. Duda won against, I know who he beat, but I forgot his name. I can see his name, but I can't say it. What's his name? Who did Duda beat? He really beat him bad, too. What's his name? Hikaru and Anand drew. Kara was a little lucky. 999 centidues. No, Karyakin didn't play this round. And so on. And MVL drew with Nepomniachtchi, but Nepomniachtchi was pretty lucky. God damn. Yeah. Andreikin. Duda beat Andreikin. That's the game I couldn't remember. And Radjabov drew with Wang Hao. That is correct. Right. And so forth. No, Kasparov's not doing anything. Kasparov's like, I'm old, leave me alone. All right. 700 viewers to do. So far, we've had 0 donations where it goes da-da-da-da. I like that noise. It goes da-da-da-da. Exactly. All right, the next round starts in 10 minutes. Although it might start late because the first round started a few minutes late, and this game ended, 5 hours after it started. 119 moves. God damn. And Fabiano beats Vidit. The truth hurts. And Carlsen is not playing. So far, the last 2 people who wrote Carlsen and Kasparov spelled both names wrong. Oh well. Truth hurts. So this tournament has Hikaru, Firouzja, Nepomniachtchi, Duda, Fabiano, Levan Aronian. Tough tournament. And Wesley So is playing for the U.S. He didn't play in the first round. I assume if they're allowed to, they're going to sit Fabiano and let Wesley play because Fabiano just played a 119-move game. So that's like 3 games. 100 centidues, Paducah. India did not lose. So I'm not happy they lost. They didn't lose. India tied 2 with the U.S. Obviously, I'm rooting for the U.S. I'm American. Cookie Monster, 200 centidues. Those guys are my homies. Dominguez, Nakamura, So, Caruana, Crush, Zatonsky. We're like, that son. 200 centidues from Cookie Monster. Cookie. All right, the pairings. Russia plays the USA. Rest of the world plays India. Europe plays China. Those are the pairings. And it's supposed to start in 8 minutes, but, probably start in like 12 minutes. Me and Hikaru, we're like, that son. $60 seconds of commercials. A good time to donate. Yeah, the USA's female players are probably the worst in the tournament. That's always been the case. The U.S. women's team has never been, the greatest team ever. One of the problems with the U.S. women's team is if you asked me who are the 6 best women in the U.S. in the last 20 years, they've retired. Susan Polgar used to play for the U.S. She doesn't play anymore. Boris Golko's wife, Anna Aksharamova, a.k.a. Anna Golko, she's 2,500. And John Donaldson's wife, who died a few years ago, Elena Akhmilovskaya, she's 2,500. So one of them died and 2 of them retired. So we're left with the gawking rabble. That's unfortunate. But a lot of the best U.S. women players, and Irina Levitna, who also plays for the U.S., she plays bridge. She doesn't play chess anymore. So if you took the best women at their peak, we would be quite strong, but they retired or died. So good excuse. Yeah. Dying's a good excuse. Retiring, I don't know. Terrible. Yeah, Levitna quit chess for bridge. I saw her at a couple of bridge tournaments in the last 10 years. She's about the same, I guess, in both. She was top 10 in the world for women in both. So Jen Shahadi? No, I said top players. No. Jen Shahadi? What? Jen Shahadi's like you guys. Terrible is correct. Botez? I don't know what's worse, Botez's play or her Canadian, ness. Why are the U.S. Women's Champion not playing? Who's that? Who's the U.S. Women's Champion? I don't even know who the U.S. Women's Champion is. Who is the U.S. Women's Champion right now? Who won last year? I don't know who won. You guys know who won. Anybody? Jennifer Yu? I mean, Jennifer Yu's not as good as Zatonsky or Crush. No. No, the U.S. women aren't, top in the world. Truth hurts. Yeah, no, Foizor won like 3 years ago. Yeah, you with the wrong answer. Canadianness, terrible. Yeah. Will you play in my invitational? Absolutely not. Are there bridge streams on Twitch? Good question. I could do a bridge stream. It'd be pretty boring. Are U.S. women equivalent to British GMs? You're goddamn right. Now you're talking. Don't forget the Brazilian women, the top women in the world. I'm definitely going to forget the Brazilian women. I already forgot them. There's no Brazilian woman's ever been top in the world. Terrible. The only thing worse than Brazilian women is Brazil itself and the president of Brazil and Brazil nuts and painting everything and coronavirus. In the Southern Hemisphere, Brazil has the most cases. Boo, boo. Boo Bolsonaro, boo, etc. Never forget Brazilian women in general. How many women does Brazil have? Is it a Brazilian? Yeah. Do you guys have Brazil nuts here? We just call them nuts. For more information on Brazil, watch the Simpsons episode on Brazil about 20 years ago. Then you'll know everything about Brazil. Well, maybe not. All right, the round starts in 5 minutes in theory, in practice in 10 minutes. And that gives you 5 to 10 minutes to donate. Brazil, Germany, 7-1. God damn. I'll never forget. Unless it wasn't 7-1. I think it was. That episode was banned in Brazil. Which episode's funnier? When the Simpsons go to Brazil or when the Simpsons go to Australia? 100 centidues. My references are ancient. I'm pretty old. VTG978 gifted subs. Hooray. Let me have one of those giant Australian beers I keep hearing about. Wham! Something wrong, Yank? I guess it's kind of big. You call that a knife? This is a knife. That's not a knife, that's a spoon. I see you've played knifey spoony before. Is there something wrong with the bidet? Playing any tournaments? No. Toilet flush machine, the Coriolis effect? God damn. All right, we're getting a lot of subs, which is good. We have over 2,100 subs. 2148, a new record. I've never been to South America. I've been to Asia, been to Africa, I've been to Europe, I've been to North America, never been to South America. And like 5 years ago, I'd never been to, well, actually, I went to Asia in 2011. But as of 2010, I'd never been to Africa or Asia. Then in 2011 to 14, I took care of that. Never been to South America. It's not that far. Man, I don't want to go too far because I don't want to get Chile in Chile. Ooh, it's Chile there. Yeah. Also, I'm a vegan. Man, South America, god damn. I'm not a Coke mule, so I don't know. What did I do in Africa? I was a coach at the World's Youth for the U.S. team in Durban, South Africa. That's the city in the world with the most people that are Indians that's not in India. If you leave the country of India and you want to find the most Indians, Durban, South Africa, 1 million Indians. God damn. Can you believe that? Because I can't. Also, what? 1 million Indians, that's like a small town in India. So. I've been to Dubai twice. Al Ain, Dubai. That was nice. Yeah. All right, the round's going to start soon. It's your last chance to donate. The more you donate, the more money we have. That's my neighborhood. Rawr. Go Durban. That was nice. It was on the Indian Ocean. That was a nice tournament. Good, good. Yeah. When do you go back to India? Man, that is hostile. God damn. How about never? Have I been to El Salvador? I have not. Has anybody? Why did you become vegan? New Year's resolution. Which U.S. state has the strongest players? I guess Missouri. Yeah, Missouri's easy now. You spelled Durban wrong, by the way. It used to be probably New York, but now it's easily Missouri. Easy. Missouri probably has 25 GMs. Yeah, 25. And probably Texas is number 2. Because Texas has 2 or 3 good schools, but St. Louis has a lot of GMs. God damn. Yeah. Which state has the highest rating? If you summed up all the ratings of all the players, well, either New York or California. I mean, it's definitely. Now, the USCF breaks up California into 2 state associations, North and South. They're separate. North and every other state has 1 state association. California has 2. Wasn't health or moral. It was a New Year's resolution. 2 years, 5 months ago. Which deity plays the best chess? Kaisa. That was easy. Okay, the round is supposed to start now, but they haven't started yet. I'm guessing Wesley's going to play this round since Fabiano played a 119 move game, but we'll find out. All right, let's do rapid. Good. 25-10, but I don't think they're playing in the tournament. Yay, my first donation of my life. Kaidanov's lived in Lexington for the last 80 years. $9.99. Thanks, Drug Mule. Dallas PDX gave some subs. Gifted 5 subs. Good. Drug Mule, that is correct. I wonder if that was Clint Eastwood. Who's the youngest Grandmaster in the world right now? Probably Gukesh, but I'm not sure. Probably Gukesh. Maybe. He's like 14 or 15. Go community. In St. Louis, there's baseball, drinking beer, and going to the park. And then that's it. And there's chess, obviously. Forest Park, baseball, and drinking. I've summed up St. Louis pretty good. Pretty good summation. All right, the round was supposed to start a minute ago, but they have to start late because they have to. That's the rule. Got to start late. It's a chess tournament. Why is Nihal Sera not on the India team? Because the India team has better players than him? No basketball? Not in St. Louis. St. Louis had a basketball team like 50 years ago. I don't think they were in the NBA, though. But no, they've never had an NBA team. Not since I've been alive. Maybe before I was alive. I don't know. They used to have a football team when I was there. Not anymore. Pragnananda. If he played today, he'd resign. Atlanta Hawks used to be in St. Louis. God damn. Even Atlanta doesn't have a basketball team because it's the Hawks. Terrible. It's funny, Atlanta had an NHL team, then they left. Then Atlanta had another NHL team, then they left again. So we don't have one. Yeah. St. Louis does have hockey, but that's not a sport. That's more of a joke. Okay, they're still not playing. They're supposed to start 3 minutes ago. They started the first round 4 minutes late, so they're doing good so far. Thrashers were trash. That is correct. Best bullet player in the world is probably Carlson and maybe Naka, but probably Carlson. Frankly, terrible. My oldest student, I don't have any students, so they're all my oldest student. No teaching. I just yell at you guys, and you guys give me money. Give me money. Rah! Didn't Ferrugia beat Carlson at Bullet? I mean, not really. They've played 800 million games. Last time they played, Carlson won 10 in a row. Yeah, Ferrugia's not bad. He's top 10 at Bullet. Da, 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 da. They still haven't started. No. Andrew Tang, he's all right. He's not the best. Andrew Tang is top 100, I guess. Maybe. Ali Reza top 3. Maybe not. Isn't there like a minute left? Is Naka your former student? Sure. Why not Anand? Why Anand? Naroditsky top 10? Maybe. Again, there's internet bullet and there's real life bullets. Man, this better be a $500 donation. It better be. $3. Yay. I'm in the top 50 million bullet players. Top 50 million. All right, they haven't started yet because they're waiting for you guys to donate more. It's not my fault. $100 Senzadu's, Cy Bradbury. Another train. There's dozens and dozens and scores and hundreds of lectures of mine on the chess.com YouTube page, chess.com video page here, St. Louis Chess Club, our chess club here, Chess Club in Class of Atlanta, my YouTube page. You can definitely find over 2,000 lectures of me online if you look around. We post videos on my YouTube page and on the Chess Center YouTube page every day, sometimes twice a day, sometimes thrice a day. But the important thing is to say I don't lecture anymore. Rawr. Our chess center has been closed for months. Who am I going to lecture to? This empty room? Well, maybe. I'm going to make some more lectures on Thursday, and Karen's going to start lecturing too, and we'll start posting those lectures next week. The more you donate, the more we lecture. All right, still they haven't started. Frankly, terrible. Yeah, the chat's dumber than usual. The more stupid the chat is, the more you have to donate. You people at YouTube that are watching this after the fact, you didn't do anything wrong, so you don't have to donate. But these people that are chatting, they got to pay. Because I got to read that? Come on. Who else would read that? I've lectured to empty room before. In fact, I yell at people in the empty room. Old man yells at cloud. 50 Senzadu's. Now you're talking. Frankly, great. 50 Senzadu's is good. All right, I'm still beating the Chess 24 thing. Good. Old man lectures cloud. That is correct. Still no games. Let's see. Hikaru, Ferrugia, Big Fish, Wesley So, La Chess IQ. I don't think Big Fish is playing in this event. He's just online because he always is. That's Fedoseev, right? I think so. You had a lobotomy and that made you smarter? Damn. 200 Senzadu's. Good. It would be a great stream if everybody gave $2. That would be a great stream. Excellent stream. $2. I'll even holla. Man, spelled Feingold wrong. Terrible. Donate more to Hikaru. I joined his stream. I paid. I can't donate more. I'm busy. Cash Bay is always saying that. Always saying donate to Hikaru. That's the only thing you ever say in my chat. Good. And I haven't banned you yet, so that's good. USA India was a tie, And everything was a tie except China beat rest of the world. Anybody playing yet? 25-10 now. Everybody's online. Nobody's playing. This round's pretty late. This round was supposed to start 10:45. I know all the chats are toxic. They usually have more people banning than I do. I usually have like one person banning people. Sometimes I ban people. 100 centidues. Cy Bradbury. Let's get that train going, even if it's no time. Why'd you lose to Hikaru and OTB Blitz in St. Louis? Fake news. Fake news. Always ban everyone. That is correct. The more people you ban, the better the chat is. Man, this round's starting pretty late. Uh-oh, even Nightbot is scared of Kangaroo. God damn, those Germans aren't all smiles and sunshine. All right, let's get a train going. Let's do it. I don't care if there's time. Doesn't matter. I heard it was Danny Rensch and Robert Hess. It's like good cop, bad cop, good commentator, bad commentator. Yeah. $1 per misspelled chess player, I'd be a billionaire. That is correct. Fastest win against a GM? I don't know. Good question. Nobody knows. Man, that was a long victory. God damn. Yeah, once it's two bishops versus a knight, you can't defend that. What's funny was, even in this position, Kramnik said black was better. I was shocked, but it's true. Didn't Anand resign in 7 moves? That is incorrect. He resigned in 6 moves. Are these games rated? Rated how? What rating is Spencer? Spencer is a new tie wearing. He's 2,200. Let's see. Anybody playing yet? Nope. Damn, this round's pretty late. How can I unsub from your club on chess.com? Ask Karen and Trying to Learn and other people. I don't know. I don't even know how to join my club. Another train. The players were waiting for the train to start before the round started. Thanks, guys. Hikaru's like, all right, we can start now. The train started. The story train. Hooray, Rick and Morty reference. The more you donate, the more train. It glides as gently as a cloud. Is there a chance the track could bend? Not in my life. Not in your life, my Hindu friend. Monorail. 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 Mono. Don't. Now, mono means one, and rail means rail. And that's the end of our course. It's the scam train. 2,153 subs. Who's going to donate 40 plus subs and get us to 2,200? You? I don't think so. You get a sub. You get a sub. You get a sub. Everybody gets a sub. What about us brain dead slobs? You'll be given cushy jobs. That's right. Brain dead chat is correct. Did I help train Hikaru? When he wins, yeah. When he loses, then no. All right, this round is 15 minutes late. I guess they decided to start at 11 instead of 10:45 because Fabi's game never ended. Maybe that's why. Trying to learn the guy. That'll learn him. And buy gum and put them on the map. That is correct. Let's get this train going. Let's get this party started. Ha! Let's get it started in here. There we go. Cy Bradbury getting that train started. Tier 3. God damn. Cy Bradbury. Now Cy Bradbury can do these things you can't do. See these 2 things you can't do? He can do them. Knife F5 and put it in H. Iggy Cass is gifting a sub. LOL Presidents. Tier 3. There's Cy Bradbury using the emotes you guys can't use. Gawking Rabbler. Man, we're talking about the Gawking Rabbler. Everybody's got to go. Who's the best endgame composer? I don't know. Somebody's mother, I guess. It's Karen. Speaking of somebody's mother, go Karen. Karen's been missing this chat. God damn. All right, so the round is starting 15 minutes late if it ever starts. Wesley So is idle. Everybody else is online. This is the round that doesn't start. Level 3. I can't participate. No. What's my favorite game that's not chess or poker? I guess bridge. I guess. They called off the round. No. Are you taking on students? I am not. Yeah, the last time I played bridge, I flopped the nuts, and the owner came over and said, "Put your pants back on. This isn't poker." And I was like, "Oh, man, tough." If they pay, I'd pay them $200 an hour not to take lessons with me. I give $500 an hour for a GM to teach me chess. God, that's it, man. You sure it's a GM? You sure it's not like a 1900? God, 500. Ugh. Stream one-on-one with a student. It would cost $1 billion. Flop the golden nuggets, 500 centidues. Isn't teaching more lucrative than streaming? Yes, that's why Nakamura never streams and teaches all the time. That's why the Botez sisters are always teaching and don't stream. That's why Chess Bras never stream and they teach chess all the time. Oh, wait a minute, never mind. We already pay you $500 an hour to stream. That is correct. The more you donate, the more Karen can go shopping once. Once. You got to donate a lot over several streams, and then she can go shopping once. No, flopping the nuts is poker. It was a joke. Ugh. Terrible. Eric doesn't take students for $100 an hour. That's ridiculous. Frankly, ridiculous. Although he is Canadian. Yeah. Which Eric you talking about? Eric Rosen? You're not talking about Eric Hansen. God damn. Who has the best team? China. China. It's China. Look, you're talking to the world's greatest streamer here. Then you're giving me like Rufus and Doofus. And you're like, well, Rufus and Doofus, here's what they do. That's why you guys are the Gawking Rabble. See? That's who you guys are. You're the Gawking Rabble. Eric Hansen's lying. Lying. Classes are taught by interns. That is correct. Go Ben. Where's Karen? No, the hype train is ending. There we go. $3.99. This is the round that doesn't start. Maybe there's a rule. Oh, the round started. Maybe there's a rule about the round starting and you have to give the players 30 minutes. All right, the round has... Fabiano's playing again. God damn. Well, at least Fabiano has white. So... Man, Fabiano's playing again. Wesley's playing. And I saw Hikaru playing. So that means they're sitting Dominguez. And it's Anish Giri. God damn, the tournament's getting stronger or weaker. I don't know. Whichever's funnier. All right, we're putting the games up. Let's see. What are we doing over here? Yay! 1, 2, 3, 4. That is correct. Man, we got some new players playing this round. Pretty strong players. Pretty strong. Ju Wen-jun, Deganidze. God damn. She's doing the Humpty Hump. Humpy versus Muzichuk. And let's see, 15-10. And then Crush is playing, Gorchkina. I think that's all 12 games. I think so. All right, this is the opening Hikaru played every time in the Carlson Invitational. Don't forget the hype train. Sometimes you guys get confused. This was every game Hikaru played in the Carlsen Invitational. It went like this. Every game. God damn. Queen C1. I think Nepal played Queen C1 against Hikaru. Man, Hikaru's getting a big workout in this position. All right, we got MVL versus Ding. A Queen C2 Nimzo. I'm the world's leading authority. Yeah, this is the line that equalizes for black. Although MVL beat Giri in this ending, but he shouldn't have. All right. Yeah, this is all the mainline theory. Bishop F4, etc. Queen H4. Yeah, this is every game ever played, and it's just equal. This was actually MVL's game with Giri, where he won the equal endgame. All right, then we got Fabiano versus Artsemeyev. They both won their first games. I'm very surprised they have Fabiano playing again after his 119 move game. That's shocking. They have a lot of faith in Fabi. All right, White has a very tiny advantage. Oh man, if you guys do the joke I was thinking of. All right, Levon, he shall be Levon, and he shall be a Petrov player. All right, it's the main line of the Petrov now. Put it in H. All right, still theory. Radjabov versus Vishy Anand. Still theory. It's the most boring of openings. Anand is happy. Anand will play 800 moves of theory. Okay, knight b5. Anand is out of his prep. Anand's never out of his prep. Confusing the audience. All right, we have a Grunfeld and Drake and So. It's the Grunfeldiest. Still theory. All right, and this looks like Wesley's out of his prep, and Andreikin's still in his prep. White sacrifices the exchange, probably because I'm streaming, and he doesn't want to win it back with bishop here, pawn here takes. He wants the two bishops. What else? The engine prefers black because the engine likes rook better than bishop. Giri versus Yu Yangyi, another Petrov. Okay, d4 instead of knight c3. All right, and Giri's out of his prep for some reason. Hari Krishna Faruja. It's the most boring of positions. Put it in H. Both sides are playing for equality. All right, if White castles later, we're going to have to call the arbiter since he already moved his king twice. Frankly, terrible. Terrible opening for White. He got Vishwa nothing. Hari Krishna is playing the opponent. He says, I'm an old man. I'm playing a young kid. We're going to make it the boring world of Niels Bohr. Level 4, the train's going to die. Somebody needs to donate 4 subs. Stat. Okay, Corey Adiban. It's basically Rufus versus Doofus. All right, these are the two worst players. Boo. Still pretty good. Pretty good. When I was at India in 2011, Corey's sister was the World Junior Girls Champion. Also Corey. Here's some words that rhyme with Corey. Story, allegory, Montessori. All right, good Simpsons reference. All right, now it's the women's boards. Juwenjun Dganidze. It's a Catalan. It's the main line. No, the train ended. No. We saw this in the Carlsen Invitational, this variation. All right, and White is clearly slightly better. Okay, Humpy's doing the Humpty Hump. Oh, yeah. It's Humpy versus Digital Underground. It's the Sam Shanklin variation. White's winning by force. Not sure why. All right, Shanklin likes White. And we got Crush playing her first game against Gorchkina. It's Crush's favorite line. She's the world's leading authority. All right, and she's already thinking. Bishop f4, I didn't know that was considered a reasonable move. Frankly, terrible. All right, knight e2. Good, good. Please read. All right, writing 999, that doesn't work. 800 viewers a do. Georgia's good at women's chess and at men's chess. Also, this Georgia, but not as good. All right, back to reality. Oh, there goes gravity. All right, so in Hikaru's game, they traded everything. Knight h5. Knight h5. Knight h5? I don't understand knight h5. All right. Why is the knight on h5? I mean, the engine's just going back. That was a weird move, knight h5. You don't really want the knight on h5. I mean, if he wants to play f5, okay. I don't think he wants to play f5. If you don't want to play f5, why'd you play knight h5? And then he went back. All right, that was weird. All right, so white is tiny little better. Tiny. All right, and then they're playing 100 moves of theory in the MVL game. This is just like the Geary game. This is the Geary game, MVL Geary. We saw this already in the, Magnus Carlsen Invitational. Okay, this we didn't see. Now it's getting interesting. This is Ding Liren's improvement. Bishop takes, bishop takes, bishop take. Okay, this is all forced. And the engine says white is slightly better. But this is still Ding Liren's preparation, I think. And MVL's preparation. It's good preparation. It's like Fabi preparation. And the engine says white is tiny little better. Very little. I looked at this line for a long time about 8 years ago, and I couldn't find an advantage for white, so I decided not to play e4 on move 4. It was like equal, 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 equal. And I'm like, all right, I'm not doing this. But MVL was like this much better against Geary and beat him. So, but see, Mamedyarov plays e4 with white, and he draws a lot of games. So that dissuaded me from playing it also. All right, so this is the last time we saw it, was this position. Fabiano Artemeyev. Trade everything, always trade, and the engine says equal. Fabi playing super fast as per usual. All right, and Levon lost the first game. He's playing Wei Yi. Wei Yi's putting it in H. Ginger GM is excited. Probably H6. White's slightly better. Radjabov played knight b5 against Anand, and Anand seemed like he didn't know that move. Rook d8 is correct. Queen e2 is correct. And bishop a5 is a good move. a6 is a good move. Knight a4 is okay. Bishop a5, stopping knight c7. Stopping a3, attacking the bishop. And the engine says it's about equal. All right, Wesley So, after queen here, played bishop d7. Rook b1, queen c7. And the engine says this is about equal also. Bishop h6, f6, bishop takes f8, and it's about equal. Black has the 2-1 majority. White has the nice center. But there's a lot of trading going on. A whole lot of trading. Meepex21 subscribed. Go Meepex and stay there. This is the most subs we've ever had on my channel. Ever. Every day is a record. 2154. We have a small chance to get to 2200 today. I might play at 1 o'clock in Title Tuesday. Probably not. And I might stream tonight because I'm supposed to be on Chess TV. I'll stream one of those 2 times, but probably not both of them. So we probably get to 2200 subs today. Good, good. 800 viewers. The engine says rook takes and king takes are equally good. I would take with the king. I don't like my king on a white square because the bishop's on a white square. So I would take with the king. But the engine says they're exactly equal. So I don't know. And this is very slightly better for white. Very slightly. This is This is much better for white, it says. It says black did something wrong. Man, Hare Krishna knows what he's doing. Playing that boring chess. Doesn't like knight a6. It doesn't like this knight a6 to b4 maneuver. It really hates it. Faz music producer. See, when the position makes no sense, Ali Reza's at his best. When the position's super boring, his 16-year-old tactical mind doesn't matter much. This is really boring. This is Hare Krishna's intention, was to slowly grind Firouzja down and not let him trick him. Yeah, now he has the two bishops for nothing. Very good play, very good opening choice. F6, no. F3, no. Terrible. This is a big advantage for white. White just has the two bishops for nothing. This is like the game Fabiano won against Vidit. I'm not saying white's winning, but you got to take white here. White has the dark squares. Very poor play by Firouzja. But white just squeezes and squeezes and squeezes, and black plays for a draw. That's exactly the kind of game Hare Krishna wanted. In fact, they like white's position so much that all over the world, there's people chanting Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. And nobody's chanting Firouzja. Nobody. Terrible. All right, back to whatever it is I was doing. Corey versus Adiban. Played knight b8, confusing the audience. The knight wants to go to c6, obviously. Frankly. White has the two bishops, what else? Always retreat. And white is slightly better because he has the two bishops. Always have the two bishops. All right, here white's slightly better because it's a Catalan, so white's slightly better. That's the way the Catalan goes. This is still theory. I've seen this position before. I saw this position like 10 years ago. Yeah, that's where they play e4, e5, confusing the audience. Look at those pawns. It's pandemonium. Everybody takes everything. Probably some Ray Robson games in this position. All right, and Irina likes the most boring of positions, so she did good. Pretty boring. Jim, 202-207, gifted a sub. Good, good. Morphe is playing, but he's not playing this round. He's taking today off. Maybe he'll play tomorrow. Maybe. 825 viewers a do. Back to the top. All right. I still don't understand knight h5, knight f6. I don't get that. All right. Nepomniachtchi playing aggressive. Hikaru doesn't want to trade queens, which surprises me a little bit. All right. White's slightly better. The players are just getting out of their prep here. This is the last position we saw. White played king g2. Doesn't want to be in this pin. Doesn't want to fall for queen takes g3 check. Wants to play rook h1. So king g2 makes a lot of sense. Takes on e5. Takes on b7. Rook b8. And it's the most equal of positions. Obviously, white's better because two isolated pawns. But okay, I mean, come on. Like Ding Liren's going to lose this. Maybe Geary would lose it. Not Ding Liren. All right. White's very slightly better. It's a Catalan. White's very slightly better. And this is completely equal. All right. And then we have to, wants to be friends. Why can't we be friends? Output Coupler subscribed. Good, good. Very good. Irina Krush trying her best to draw the game. Anytime the American women draw or win, the U.S. is going to win. But the American women are going to get beat a lot. They're always outrated by 100, 200 points. The truth hurts. Also, usually, when you have a team tournament and it's the best players in the world, you're looking for youth. People between 15 and 25 years old. American women, these two, not youth. Okay, 35, 40 years old. The other women, 12, 13, 15, 20. So even it doesn't matter if it's the men or the women, you always want the youngest, right? It's 25-minute chess. You play day after day. It's on the internet. You want people who play on the internet a lot, who play a lot of Rapid, who play a lot of Blitz, who are 20 years old. You want Eric Rose and you don't want Ben Feingold. So that's another disadvantage the American women have is they're really old compared to the other women. Frankly, terrible. All right. So queen a4, putting some pressure here. Hikaru says no, and plays b5. That is correct. And white is clearly slightly better. Slightly, just slightly. Very slightly. Slightly. All right, and MVL's out of his prep. Fabiano's been doing stuff. Stacking paper to the ceiling. No! He played f3, which is the engine move. Got to stop knight e4. Got to play e4 yourself. Terrible. All right, and this is equal. Fabi, tons more time. God damn, look at Fabi. 25 minutes left to 14. Man, Fabi knows how to play rapid chess. You just move instantly. That is correct. All right, now I thought white was going to play h6, but Wei Yi went to the Ben Feingold School of Chess and played king b1. Good, good. The engine actually hates that move. It says knight takes, h6, black's better. Doesn't like this move. It wants white to play h6, not black. All right, Anand is trying to make it as equal as he can. He's trying. Anand likes to trade everything. This is better for white because this is no good. So bishop e4, and white has that Catalan kind of pressure in the queen's gambit. This looks like Ben Feingold versus Peter Giannatos, except my position would never be this good. Never. So Vishy's trying to struggle to draw. The truth hurts. Very passive play by Vishy. Knight e4, rook takes, rook d8. Nice position for white because this isn't very good. All right, he took with the king, which is what I would do. That can't be good. And Andrejka's been thinking several minutes, and he finally doubles up on the bubble up. The engine wants to move the pawn either b6 or b5 and says it's equal. Even rook b8's okay, but you want to get your 2-to-1 majority going, obviously. Always retreat. It's the most equal of positions. You know Giri's playing. Now here white is very slightly better, so Giri's got to do something about that. He's got to equalize it. He can't be having a better position. But this looks completely drawn, so Giri's happy. All right, and white has a big advantage in Hari Krishna's game. 2 bishops, what else? 2 bishops. Has all the dark squares, and then some. Yeah. Now he can mess up his pawn structure if he wants, or he can just play b3 and defend his pawn. They're both good for white. Everything is good for white. And this is about equal. I'll take white because of the bishops. Now, this game went totally nuts. God damn. I thought white was clearly slightly better than white played than g5, f4. God damn. When did these moves happen? a5, f4, and then I need to play g5. God damn. The engine says e4, and white has a big center. Recommended by Peter Gabriel, who said of this center, big, 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 big. Good notes, good annotations. Good position for Zhu Wenjun. My favorite pairing, obviously, was when Zhu played Nazi Pakidze. They played in the Olympiad a few years ago. The Jews got revenge. Okay, so knight e4, bishop e5. Engine doesn't like that. Bishop g5, h6, putting it in h. And the engine likes white quite a bit. Bishop takes and queen f5. Muzychuk not playing great. Not playing great. That is correct. Queen f5, checkmating ideas, bishop hanging. Very dangerous position for black. Let's get some friend requests in here. Don't forget, Saturday, May 9, 4 p.m. is our tournament. Play in our tournament. Do as I say. No entry fees. and big prizes. Roar! 847 viewers a do. All right, Irina Krush playing for equality, and she's getting it. Goryachkina knows she must win or let down her country. She's over 100 points higher rated than her opponent, but she's got nothing. She's all talking a badge. Go Krush. Krush won the U.S. Championship before Goryachkina was born. That's probably true, too. I think it is true. Somebody check that for me. They can cheat all they want, but they ain't getting any prize money. There's no chess.com rules. There's only my rules. Rawr. If I kick you out, you don't get any prizes. God damn. How many moves can a 17-year play perfectly before they screw up? 0. 0. 0. Rawr. All right, back to whatever it is we were doing. Hikaru traded that bishop on c7 again. Never play f6. What does the engine say? f6 says it's okay. Never do that. Knight c1. Probably wants to play knight a5. Oh, he doesn't want to play knight a5. He's just stopping e5. That knight could go to a5. All right. All right, so black is just chill. White has two winning ideas. One is to put the knight on a5, which he will. The other is to put the queen on this diagonal and then infiltrate. This seems like a very poor position for black. Very poor. The engine wants to play queen a6, which Hikaru did, because this idea of infiltrating with a queen, that seems pretty good. So by trading queens, he's closer to a draw. Although he did lose similar ending to Magnus, but these pawns weren't on the board, so Magnus's king could run in, the knight could go to b4. Actually, I apologize. That's the game he beat Magnus. God damn. That was Hikaru White against Magnus. All right, so nice advantage for Nepomniachtchi, and Hikaru has to defend. Not easy to defend. He moved all of his pawns, so they all could get in trouble. White has a space advantage everywhere. The c6 pawn is going to end up being weaker than this pawn because Nepo played knight d3. Very good play. Please don't offer my god a peanut. That's the episode where Apu got married. Yeah. To Manjula. Krush won the U.S. Women's Championship the year Goryachkina was born. That's good research. Good job. 870 viewers. Naka defending passively. God damn. Tough position for black. Black can't do Vishwa nothing. All right, it's the most equal of positions. So instead of saving his bishop, he played rook h1, putting it in h. If you take the bishop, queen here check wins the rook. So he played h5, stopping queen h7. Then here, once again, if you take, queen check wins the rook. Now we can take, but he played rook e4. And the engine says queen f5. Black is slightly better because he's pinning and attacking and here. And queen c5 is a draw. Queen b5 is slightly better for white. All these moves to draw. It likes f5 best, second best, third best. Stay on that fourth rank. Fabiano with a huge time advantage. God damn. Look at that time advantage. All right, so he played e4, b5 by Artemeyev, rook ac1, f5, raw Artemeyev, giving away e6. ef5, following the Feingold rule, queen f5, b4, queen d4. Yeah, it's getting a little loosey-goosey in here. A little loosey-goosey. Knight h6 was a good move. Got to cheat a little bit if you want to win. Man, queen f7 making knight h6 even stronger. All right, the engine likes white because e6 is a little loosey-goosey. So white's slightly better. White has a huge time advantage. Huge. All right. This game, he played king b1. Always play king b1. Bishop g4. Engine hates that move. Yeah, this king was getting a little, I'm going to watch that king a little bit. So he traded queens, messing up his pawn structure. And white is slightly better because this is a terrible pawn structure. This isn't that bad. So slightly better for white, most likely a draw, but better for white. Vishy's getting squeezed and then some. Bishop e4, that is correct. He's getting squeezed. No, it's too passive for black. No. Position's very bad for Vishy. Setting up for the next game. God damn. Excellent for white. This is like a dream position in a QGD for white. Let's see. He played b6. Rook c1. He saw his queen was attacked. And the engine says it's all zeros. Rook c8's coming. Draw. Yeah, black seems perfectly fine here. It's a perfectly cromulent position. All right. Very good. It said Anish was a tiny little better, and now it says all zeros. So Anish is happy. It's the most boring of games. Speaking of boring, so he did get rid of his two bishops by messing up black's pawn structure. He took the knight with check. He doubled up on the bubble up. Knight a6 was played, confusing me. I guess if the rook moves away and you trade rook c3, the knight's trapped. So he's saving the knight. Yeah, and obviously white's better here. Pawn structure's terrible, frankly. Yeah, excellent position for white. It's a two-result game. Either white wins or draw. Hari Krishna really took Firouzja out of his element. The old man versus the 16-year-old. He made it really boring, played like me, traded everything, and you just outplayed him. Except I wouldn't outplay him, but, I would trade everything. This is equal, slightly better for white. She played e4. That is correct. God damn. Nice center. Good job. Good. All right, and the engine says queen c3, and white's already winning. God damn. That knight is trapped. We got rook here and knight here. Man, that knight's no good. Queen c3, rook a4, knight c5. The knight has nowhere to go. The engine says queen c4 and queen c3 win for white because this knight is trapped. So white's already winning. And China's tough. Okay, she took with the knight. Now after queen f5, white has a big advantage. White's threatening mate and queen takes bishop. Rook e8 is forced. And the engine likes white quite a bit. And white has a huge time advantage. Huge. Irina Krush equalizing the position. Good. All right. Completely equal. Good job, Irina. Keeping the times close. Excellent. And it rhymes. Irina Gorchkina. Excellent. 900 viewers to do. Okay, Hikaru's getting squeezed and then some. Putting it in H. Man, tough to play black here. So passive. God damn. White's got more space everywhere. But Hikaru's going to sit tight. He's going to chill. Turn on some Netflix. Should be good. Tiger King. All right, they traded everything into a completely drawn position. Let's see if he did play queen f5. Good. Queen d2. And the bishop's hanging. This bishop's hanging. He did a desperado. Getting into a dead drawn pawn up endgame. Like no winning chances for black. Completely drawn. Yeah. All right. Dead drawn. The black rook can't leave the A pawn. Either black pawn can move. Black can't do Vishwa nothing. Very easy draw for black. This is why I don't play this line for white. It gives black no trouble. If black knows 100 moves of theory. All right, so they're going to draw soon. Fabi has a slight advantage. Pawn up endgame. Huge time advantage. Knight e6, that was the engine line. Good. Let's see. Takes here. Takes. The engine agrees with every move. Now in this position, Fabi blundered. Fabi took the queen going into the pawn up endgame. The engine says queen h4 is winning. Now humans aren't going to play queen h4 because it goes check, h5 check, king g5. Only Nigel Short's going to play queen h4 here. Okay? After queen h4, threatening mate, the engine says white should be winning, but it allows like the white king to be walking up the board here, but the engine is like, so what? And instead of walking his king up the board after all these checks, he decided to go up to the pawn up endgame, which is probably a draw. So that's unfortunate. I'll show you the engine line. It's pretty cool. Queen e1, queen e2, queen f1, h5, king g5, queen takes f3, king takes g6. God damn. And this is supposedly winning for white. Not like plus 50, but like plus 2, plus 3. Damn. No wonder Fabi didn't do that, because that's crazy like Fox News. All right. Some games were drawn, and they left. They actually disappeared from my thing. MVL drew, as I said he would, and another game was drawn, and they just disappeared. They like left my, they're gone. So 2 games were drawn, and there's 10 games left. We got, was Naka's game drawn? Oh, no, Naka's game is there. Okay, so black is clearly worse. Terrible pawn structure, terrible knight, terrible lie. Maybe bishop here, takes here. Maybe. All right, very bad position for Firouzja. Let's see if you guys get the 9 Inch Nails reference. Anybody? Aronian Wei Yi was a draw. That was that double rook ending. Okay, so we have 2 draws, 10 games left. Queen c3, exclam, former muscle. This knight, there's good and there's no good. This knight's no good. Black's going to have to play c5, giving away pawn for nothing, so the knight gets out. Otherwise, you're going to lose your knight. So, got to play c5, and white strategically winning, tactically winning, stacks paper to the ceiling. Damn. Now it says Giri's worse. Giri got his rook trapped. Giri went from slightly better to completely equal to worse. Good job, Giri. Never play f6. Rook e6, question mark. The engine says no. Knight e4. The rook is trapped. Giri trapped his own rook. Now, he's not lost, but he's worse. This only favors black. Giri didn't like that his rook is trapped, so Giri's going to make sure he loses on time. No, Giri's 10 minutes behind the clock. Terrible. Boo, Giri. You can't lose. You like to draw every game. The engine says queen h3 is forced, with all kinds of stuff going on. Then it says white can draw. But look at the time situation. God damn. All right, this was correct, what Humpy did. Queen f5, threatening knight takes and mate, threatening the bishop, rook e8's forced, takes, queen takes. The engine actually likes bishop takes better. Yeah, now we play queen check, king here, bishop b5 attacking the rook. And it says white's winning. Rook e1, f4. All right. So Humpy should win this position. She has 6 minutes more, and the engine says plus 2.5. God damn. Very good position for white. The engine likes black here. Why is this queen trapped? No. Bishop's not very good on b2. All right, so Adiban's doing well against Corey. Anand is getting in a lot of trouble. Let's see if he can escape. f5. And now, instead of always retreating, the engine says all retreats are good. Radjabov said, I have all I can stands. I can't stands no more. And played the non-engine move, queen h5. God damn. Sacrificing a piece. The engine says, you got nothing. It says perpetual check. It says this move is a dead draw, takes draw. It doesn't see any attack for white. Just says it's a draw. So he had a big advantage. And after queen here, if Anand takes, it should be perpetual. If he doesn't take, then white's doing great. So Anand is wondering why he sacked a piece. He's like, I don't know. I don't know if Radjabov wants a draw or he miscalculated. Shouldn't want to draw. Anand set up for the next game. Come on. So very bad calculation by Radjabov. It looks like he's just taking a draw. I don't know. That was weird to play queen h5 and draw when any bishop move was better for white. That was weird. White had a clear advantage, and he intentionally is repeating for a draw. All right. So this game ended in a draw. Radjabov decided to draw. All right. Strange decision. Big advantage, tried to draw. Now here's somebody who wants to draw, Irina Krush. She's even a little bit better here and has more time. Go Krush, USA, A-OK. Wesley So with a big advantage now. And Draken went too far or not too far enough. So in this position, obviously, frankly, this pawn is attacked. So the engine plays f3, rook c4, bishop d3, something to defend the pawn and it's equal. And Draken's like, I'm sacking that center pawn. And Wesley's like, all right. Taking a pawn, threatening everything. God damn. All right, bishop f3. He plays for tricks. Wesley says tricks are for kids. And the engine says black's up a pawn. Also, the back rank's not too secure. So after rook c8 and the rook trade, there's mate threats. So queen a6, stopping rook c8. And the engine says black's up a pawn. It doesn't like this pawn sacrifice at all. It says it's terrible. It says every move is good for black. Queen f4 the best, bishop e8, bishop f5, any move. It says queen b2, doesn't like this pawn sacrifice at all. Wesley's doing great. All right, so here we think we have a dead drawn position. By the way, this was the game where queen h4 is very strong, but only an engine would play that. Walking the king up the board, yeah. All right, white's up a pawn. White has some winning chances. Probably white will win because he has 22 minutes and Artsemeev has 1 minute. Did Fabiano turn into young Anand? What's happening here? So good winning chances for white, but more important, 22 minutes to 1. God damn. I've never seen Fabi. What happened to Fabi? Man, you got to drug test him or something. Speak up, I'm wearing a towel. Good Simpsons reference. How good was Young Anand? Good. Young Anand would have 30 minutes in this position with 25-10. Not even kidding. So Fabiano's going to win this game just like he won the last game. Slightly better, clearly better, 10-20 minute time advantage, and wins in 130 moves. All right, Hikaru has equalized according to the engines. He played GH, which the engine likes. He stopped the king from coming in. Obviously, Hikaru wants to trade all the pawns. You can't mate with 2 knights. So as soon as there's 1 or 2 pawns on the board, Hikaru can start sacking his knights. God damn. I said god damn. All right, kicking the king out. Good defense. Trading more pawns. Great defense by Hikaru. Trade these pawns. Trade these pawns, kick the king out, defend with the knight here instead of with the knight here. The knight here is not a good defender. Here it is, because the knight's doing other stuff. Here it's just trapped. Okay, so even time, equal position. Karu's going to draw. Fabiano's probably going to win. Krush is probably going to draw. Wesley might win. The U.S. is looking good against Russia. They might win 3-1. They might win 2.5, 1.5. U.S. is looking real good against Russia. God damn, didn't see that coming. All right, Firouzja getting squeezed. India's very happy. Anand was much worse and drew easily. Firouzja's much worse. Looking good for India. Looking good. Zhu Wenjun's killing it. This knight's trapped. Dinganazi blundered. She played king h8. She had to play c5 so her knight could escape. Now, oh, give me the knight. Two knight. Yeah, now black's just lost. You can't save the knight. Frankly, this was ridiculous. This bishop is defended on the open file by the knight. Yeah, so that's the shallow and pedantic. Care about that. King h1, putting in an h. Look at this trick she played. If you take this knight, bishop takes e4. The bishop's pinned and the knight's pinned. Can you believe that? I know I can't. And Zhu Wenjun is like, whatever, I'll unpin myself and play king h1. Now there's no pin. The knight is still trapped. Black's play, king h8, rook g8, is shallow and pedantic. All right, and Giri's completely lost. He's going to lose. Yeah, rook e6 was a terrible move. f3. Now, I make fun of f3 for obvious reasons, but f3 is terrible. f3 is a blunder. If you play queen h3, he's still in the drawing zone. f3 double question mark. The idea is if queen f7, knight h6 check is good, but there's king f7. God damn. That rook is trapped. Black wins. The game is over. Black is winning. And Giri has 10 minutes less on the clock. Also bad. Also 9 minutes less. The engine says that Giri's attack is all talk and a badge. And Black's up a rook for a knight. That's it. And he has 9 minutes extra on the clock. So Giri's losing and has less time because he played f3. Boo! Boo! Queen h6 is by far the best move, getting the queen involved and unpinning the rook. Queen b8 second best, but is very passive. He'll play queen h6, activating his queen, and white's completely lost. White doesn't have any checks. Black's going to play queen c1 check, take this with check. God damn. Queen h6, GG. It's the game G versus G. I never realized Yu Yangyi was a G. Well, all right. Also, he's an original. All right, this says it's equal. White sacrificed for nothing. Okay, so in this position, f4, which is fine. Rook takes f4, which is fine. And now she missed the brilliant winning move. I don't blame her. d6, threatening queen h8 mate. d6 is winning. That's an easy move to miss. If you take it, I can check, and I win this rook. So d6 is winning here. She blundered and played queen h8 check, and then check, thinking she's winning the rook. She is winning the rook, but it's not winning. King f6, rook takes, queen c1 check, and that's a draw. The reason it's a draw is this d pawn's too strong. That's very difficult to see. You guys don't see it now, and I just told you. She has to play king f6, rook takes rook, queen check, bishop f1, trade rooks, and then push her d pawn. And that's a draw. But she has to find it. Okay, she found it. Yeah, and Humpy miscalculated. Humpy thought this was winning, but it's not. It's amazing that you just take and nonchalantly push your pawn, and there's nothing white can do. Obviously, king here, queen here is perpetual. So this is the only winning chance. This loses amazingly to queen e3 check. That's a really nice tactic. King f2, queen e3 check. That's a brilliant tactic. If you take it, I take with check, and then I take your queen. Man, that's nice. So king h2 is an obvious draw. After bishop f1, always play bishop f1. The engine says takes, d3, and it's a draw. I'm sure Humpy thought that was winning because she has an extra bishop, but the engine says no, I make a queen. So that's a draw also. Amazing. All right, this is equal. They drew as we already explained. Irina Krush is slightly better. She's putting pressure on the pawn. She has more time. Very good. America. Very good position for Wesley. Queen f4 is the best move. The engine doesn't like queen f5 and wants to play queen d2, threatening queen e1 mate. And it says black is basically close to winning after queen d2. It really hates white's position after that. But Wesley played queen f5. He wants to go here, wants to defend his bishop. Keep an eye on these two things. h3, check, king h2. And after bishop b5, queen check, bishop takes, queen takes, king moves, black's a pawn up, and this pawn is weak, and very good winning chances for black. Probably a draw, but better for black. Queen b5 is also better for black, but white's probably out of it now. Queen f5 was too passive. He had to play queen d2. But still probably a draw. Fabiano's definitely winning, and he's obviously winning on time. Very good game by Fabiano. Very simple. Easy to play white. Good, good. 2 pawns to 0. All right, very easy win. Winning on time. Winning on the board. Winning on the clock. America. And did Hikaru draw yet? No, completely equal. Dead draw. And Nepo knows he has to win because he knows what's going on in the other games, but he can't win. So he's using all of his time trying to win. Now he has a 6-minute time disadvantage. Frankly, terrible. Firouzja still getting squeezed. Still getting squeezed. Man, bad pawns. God damn. Some bad pawns. Some bad roaches. This rook's no good. Very good play by Hari Krishna, squeezing the 16-year-old. Good, good. White's up a piece. Zhu Wenjun's getting the wrap it up button ready. Better wrap that gavel up. She took that knight on b4. Black's down a piece. That's it. It's over. This knight can come to e5. God damn, that's some good knights. Rook goes to g1 for defense. Queen can come over here if necessary. Black's got nothing. Speaking of having nothing, Giri was losing, but then black played the passive queen 8 b8. Boo. Okay, king f6 is correct. Now the engine wants to sack the exchange and win the queen and pawn ending with the extra pawn. Let's see. I'm the best. Me? I don't agree with that. All right, 964 viewers to do. The more you donate, the more Karen texts me I'm the best. All right. So he's going for the clearly huge advantage endgame for black. White's trying to draw. Black's up a pawn. These pawns can all be captured soon. Giri wants perpetual check, and Giri wants to take all the pawns. That's what he's going for. Now, the reason Giri didn't play queen f8 check is because king g5. The king gets here, black's going to win easily. Easily. So he plays h4. Now he's threatening perpetual. There's no escape. So it's black's turn to move, though. So what black wants to do is eventually get his king up here. Then he'll be winning because he'll stop the checks and he'll just take all those pawns. If the king stays here, white's going to have a lot of checks. Move your king up in the endgame. Black's up a pawn. Black's close to winning. Black has a 6-minute time advantage. Looks good for black. And this game ended in a draw because Humpy realized if she plays bishop f1, the only winning attempt, then I play rook takes, queen takes, d3. And you can't, there's nothing you can do. The bishop is useless, it's pinned. So I'm going here, so white has to take a perpetual. And black's trying to win now. God damn. Now it's a perpetual, so it's a draw, but white's not better. This bishop is useless, it's pinned, and this is coming. So very good defense by Muzychuk. Humpy missed a chance to win there. She was winning. All right, Hari Krishna looks like a really easy winning bishop and pawn ending. This is advantageous to white. 3 isolated pawns, extra pawn for white. I mean, Hari Krishna should win this. It's not completely winning, but extra pawn and the kingside pawns obviously favor white. White has an extra pawn over here, so he can harass him over here, get a passed pawn over here, move his king up. Should be winning for white. Should be. Extra piece for white. She should win. Giri's probably going to lose. Probably. This is probably going to be a draw. Man, Adiban had a huge time advantage. Now he does not. They traded everything, and now it's equal. Crush is slightly better. I'm slightly worried about her time. She had more time. Now she has less time. Very hard for black to win, though. Almost no winning chances for black. So still a draw is the most likely. All right, and this game ended in a draw? Oh, not yet. Always repeat. Bishop b5, bishop c4. King f7 is a mistake. If he wants to win, he has to play king g7. King f7 is just acquiescing to a draw. After king g7, queen a7, queen b4, it's still a draw. So if he wanted to win, he would play king g7. Still a draw. But he's just playing the drawing move. Because now, after king f7, queen here, it's just perpetual for everybody. All right, and this is just a draw. All right. Black has perpetual, white has perpetual, pawns are even, time's about even. Every move is equal. White has a perpetual and black has a perpetual. God damn. It's the most equal of positions. Fabiano won, the game ended. Here's the final. Fabiano 2-0, god damn. And resigns. The engine says plus $1 billion. Man, Fabiano, 20 minutes left on move 56. God damn. All right, great win by Fabiano against Artemeyev. All right, so Firouzja's trying to make it tricky. He's hanging his king side so he can get counterplay over here. Always make it tricky. So he took this, bishop here. He's going to lose his whole king side. Truth hurts. He plays g5. I think that's a good move, g5. Yeah. Doesn't want white to have two connected passed pawns over here. So he plays g5. Man, Firouzja's doing a good job making it a draw. Because if there's no pawns on the board, obviously it's a draw. This is the wrong colored rook pawn. So he's got to get rid of these 3 pawns. So very good move. If he takes, then bishop takes c2. If he takes this, and I take this, these double pawns aren't as good as the connected pawns. So very tricky from Firouzja. He's closer to drawing now than losing. Very tricky. Still, he's much worse. Much worse. But, you know, drawing chances. Wrong colored rook pawn. King d2. Hari Krishna wants to keep all the pawns on the board. If there's no pawns on the board, he can't win. He's got to save all of his pawns. Anyway, g5, king d2, those are excellent moves. Very good. All right, white's up a rook. White was up a piece. Now white's up a rook. All right, very suspicious play. All right, Giri's trying to, do some checks. Let's see, what happened here? b6, confusing the audience. Giri tries to trade all the pawns. 5 pawns to 4. Giri's time is very bad. Boo! Although Yu Yangyi's internet connection isn't too good. You guys see Yu Yangyi's internet connection? 2 bars? What is he, in China? Oh, yeah. Being up a rook is good. The only thing better than being up a rook is donating $99.99 and starting another train. All right, so black should be winning here. Black's up a pawn. Black's king is coming. Black has an extra 5 minutes on the clock. Queen e4, centralizing the queen. Should just be an easy win. King f4, g5, g4. There's no perpetual check. There will never be perpetual check. This pawn's hanging. Queen check wins if it's black's move. White has no time. Giri's going to lose for sure. Frankly, terrible. Now white's slightly better. White has the 2 bishops and he infiltrated, and Corey has more time. Adiban had a good position until he didn't. Crush has completely equalized the position. She can't lose. She's been playing for a draw, and she's going to get it. God damn. She was slightly better, but she doesn't want to win. She wants to draw. The U.S. women, they need to draw all of their games, then the U.S. wins. U.S. men are pretty good. God damn. Hikaru, Caruana, So. God damn. Good team. All right, So drew. Both sides have perpetual. Hikaru should be drawing. Hikaru has more time. It's completely equal. They've traded half the pawns. Let's go back. This is the last position we saw. He played f5, trading more pawns. And White's all talking a badge. He has nothing. He's trying, but he's failing miserably. The lesson is never try. So this game's going to be a draw. Wesley So drew. Crush drew. Caruana won. I mean, she's going to draw. The U.S. is going to beat Russia 2.5, 1.5. Shocking. And this is 50% Krishna wins, 50% draw. Very good game by Hari Krishna, taking Ali Reza's tactical genius out of the game. It was the boring world of Niels Bohr. Now Firouzja has to draw this very bad endgame. Truth hurts. Okay, White's up a rook for some reason. Where'd Black's pieces go? Giri resigned. He allowed a queen trade. Bad defense, but he had no time on his clock. So, yeah, queen f6 is a blunder. Well, wait a minute. Why didn't he? Oh, I thought this was check because I'm an idiot. All right. Check, check, check. Very good. And Giri resigned. Very poor game from Giri. He was slightly better. He was equal. He got his rook trapped. And the guy played king f7 and took it. Frankly, terrible. Man, China's looking good. Man, when China wins with Black against Giri with their alternate, that's their alternate. That guy's not even on the team. That guy's like doofus. God damn. How do you think blah, blah, blah? It probably doesn't affect him too much. That was a few days ago. That was like 2 days ago. All right, the more you donate, the more I commentate on this tournament. Otherwise, you're all banned. Okay, White's up a rook. White's up a pawn. This is completely equal now. Black's going to, perpetual check him and such. All right, this is going to be a draw, it looks like. Crush did draw, so that's very good. Yeah, Crush was equal or slightly better the whole game. Very good game by Crush. Drawing her much higher rated opponent and much younger opponent, and that leads the way for the USA to victory over Soviet Russia. Except it's not Soviet anymore. Now the US is Soviet America. God damn. So Nepomniachtchi needs to win to tie the match, but he ain't going to win. Zhu Wenjun won because she has an extra rook. I mean, the bishop's on f8, but it's an extra rook. So, you know how it is. 3 games left today. B3's forced because bishop check wins the bishop. He can't move the c pawn. So very good drawing chances for Black. Looks like Black's going to draw. Forcing the pawn here, trading all these pawns off, this doesn't win. So Firouzja's going to draw this game. Excellent defense. He's going to trade all these pawns off, sack his bishop for the remaining pawn, and it's a draw. And I think king f3 was a blunder. Yeah, king f3 was a blunder. He just missed bishop a4. After bishop a4, he wants to play c3 and keep the pawns on the board. After king here, he can't play c3. So king f3 is a blunder. He just missed this because bishop d1 check. So he has to play b3. Now Black's going to trade all the pawns off, and it's going to be a draw. So Firouzja's going to hold the draw. And this game should be a draw, but now all 3 results are possible because both sides have no time. The engine said draw, Black's better, White's better, Black's better, White's better. These players aren't as high rated as the other players, so So is White going to get checkmated? Is White going to queen? Is White going to lose on time? The answer is fries. Now the engine says equal. I think draw is the least likely result. I think somebody's going to win this. Either White's king is going to get in trouble, he's going to lose, or White's going to queen his a-pawn and win. Black can threaten mate, rook d1, knight f2, threatening rook h1 mate, then g4. He played king f8 instead. And the engine says equal, but both sides can win, especially on time. A donation, what the hell? $9.99. Thanks, Buzzard Bait. Man, this is a great game. They both have no time. Both sides can win. The engine says equal. Two bishops, what else? Two bishops, pawns hanging, king's no good, pawns queening, king's getting mated. Good, good. Both sides have less than a minute. Excellent. This game's going to be a draw probably because he got his pawn stuck on white squares, which means black can try to trade them off. And this doesn't win. Wrong colored rook pawn. All black has to do is get rid of these pawns and he draws. And this game's been all zeros forever. Nepomniachtchi has to win. Otherwise, the U.S. beats Soviet Russia, also known as Russia. And he's not going to win. Hikaru defended excellently to draw the game. This game's going to be a draw. I have spoken. Now, this is the game. Nobody cares about this game except the players. But this game, this guy, man, it's hard to queen your pawn when you put your bishop on a5. God damn. How are you supposed to queen this now? This is probably a draw. This is definitely a draw. This game, all three results will happen. We need 99, 99, 999. The engine says all zeros. That seems like the least likely result to draw. Both sides have less than a minute. Both sides have winning chances. Still all zeros. Crazy. The pressure's mounting. Time is fleeting. Madness takes its toll. So listen closely. Not for very much longer. I have got to keep control. Man, don't do the Rocky Horror Picture Show too often. Not too often. That's right. Doing the time warp. F5, goddamn. White's queening, black's mating white. Good, good. Both sides have no time. God damn. All right, he's trading off the pawns. The engine doesn't like c4, but I do. c4 is explosive. The engine says bishop d1 gives white winning chances. No, now it says it's a draw. Now this is going to be a draw. Now this is the game. White has 20 seconds. No, no. And this is a dead draw. The engine still says this is a draw. Damn. Now the engine says white's completely winning. It says king e6 question mark, g4 question mark, white wins. It hated this move and it hated this move. Now it says the game's over, white wins. Wow. Yeah, because of rook a1. I didn't see rook a1 either. Bishop f3 threatening mate, rook a1. Yeah, the game's over. So he's trying to go bishop takes, bishop f3, so he can't play rook a1. But after bishop here, I have king h3, rook h1, check, rook h2. So bishop takes b4, resigns. So Corey's going to win if he sees king h3. Also, a7 wins. So both logical moves win. Amazing. a7, that does win. Good, good. So king e6 blunder, g4 blunder. Now white's winning. And this is dead draw. Dead. And white's slightly better. Probably a draw. But white's better. White has an extra pawn. All he has to do is trade these pawns. Then he can sack his bishop for this one. And he made sure he couldn't play a4. Good, good. But I can't move my king up because I lose this pawn. So I can't do anything. King here, king here. So this is a draw. White's winning, and this is going to be a draw. Adhiban was worse, better, equal, and he's going to end up losing the game. Corey wins for the rest of the world. India's going to be pretty mad. This wasn't a game India thought they were going to lose. Time for a train. Bishop takes d5 is the best move. That is correct. God damn, queening with check. And now white has more time for the first time in the game. Yeah, we take this knight, attacking the rook, and then we queen. It's resign time. If you take this, I queen with check, take this with check, and take this. The game is over. Bishop takes a2 before queening. That attacks the rook. Yeah, he could queen also, doesn't matter, but could just take this. Queening also wins immediately. Every move wins. Bishop takes e4 wins. Yeah, being up a queen is good. He's threatening mate. But white has mate. Damn. Queen and two bishops mates the king. So Corey beats Adiban. Bishop f7's mate in 4. Bishop e1's mate in 9. Queen f7 is plus 100. Bishop f7, that is correct. Queen g7's mate in 2. Then queen g6 mate. Might as well, you should allow the mate instead of resign. It's already mate. You resign. No, you should allow the mate. No. That's the mate. All right, so Corey wins, and then mate for black, so it's a draw. Corey wins against Adiban, the mild upset. All right, this game should be a draw, although now it likes white a little bit. 2 minutes for each side. All right, should be a draw. White's still pressing. Should be a draw. This game's been a dead draw forever. Move 77. So if Nakamura draws, which he should, the USA wins. I don't know what's going on the other matches. I don't know. I know, if Hari Krishna draws and Adiban lost and Anand drew, that can't be good. How'd Humpy do? Oh, she drew too. Wow. So if this game is a draw, then the rest of the world beats India. God damn. That is correct. Yeah, that means that Adiban lost in 3 draws. So if Ali Reza holds the draw here, his team beats India. That is correct. And Russia's going to lose to America. And I assume China won easily, but I don't know. I assume. Did China win 2.5, 1.5, or 3-1? Who knows? No, increment's good. No, increment's good too, but increment's good. All right, Hikaru has more time, and he's completely equal. China won 3-1. So China won both matches today. The USA is going to be in second with a win and a draw. And the rest of the world lost the first match, but they won the second one. Does Giri play for Europe? Yeah. So Giri plays for Europe, and he lost to China. And then the Chinese woman won, and 2 draws, I guess. So China won 3-1 against Europe. The rest of the world's going to beat India, and USA is going to beat Russia. I have spoken. 50 move rule? Let's look. So is this the position? Let me see. Oh. Okay, here. So this is move, what move is this? This is move 51, and there's been no pawn moves or captures. Okay, so move 101 is the 50 move rule. This is move 84. So if they make 17 more moves without e4, then the game's going to be a draw by reputation. Okay, 16 more moves to the 50 move rule. White's going to have to play e4 at some point to start the 50 moves over again. Or sack his knight for nothing. Hari Krishna needs to win this game to tie the match. But it's a drawn position. Hari Krishna has less than a minute. Doesn't look good. 200 centidues, another train. We need one more 100 centidu. See, Sai, you donated twice. They don't count that. You gave 200 then 100. All right, they drew. Rest of the world beats India. Confusing the audience. All right, it was a repetition draw. Draw by respirator. That is correct. Did they get some kind of warning? No. Absolutely not. All right, so very good defense by Firouzja from a very bad position. God damn. His position was no good. To stop king here, he played bishop here. Then when the bishop moved away, he played bishop here attacking the pawn, and he kept going here and here. Very good. King couldn't come in. Bishop had to defend the pawn. Excellent. Okay, India loses to the rest of the world. China beats Europe 3-1, and USA's up 2-1 because Fabi won with white by playing really quickly against Artsemeyev. Other games were drawn. If Naka draws or wins, the USA wins. It's been all zeros for a long time. It's 13 moves till the 50 move rule. The only way Nepo can avoid that is by playing e4. The problem with e4 is it hangs the d pawn, so you better watch it. Another train. Go Mepex 21. Let's finish the stream off with a big train. I've been streaming for 3.5 hours. So far we've had no donations and no subs. Let's get some train money. Do it. If I don't make $1,000 a day, I don't get out of bed. 2,156 subs. Somebody must donate 40 subs. It's required. We got to get to 2,200. This is move 90. 99990. Move 91. 10 more moves, 50 move rule. The pairings, the teams have a board order, which the team decides. Board 1 plays board 1. Board 2 plays board 2. And it's a double round robin. Every team plays every other team twice. This tournament never ends. It's like the Magnus one, but not as long. All right, this is move 93. It's getting close to the 50 move rule. Okay, the engine actually wants to play e4 here. e4 is the best move. That gets rid of the 50 move rule. Oh, what a mistake. Not realizing the 50 move rule is creeping up. That was move 96. 5 more moves, and the engine just declares it a draw. God damn. Thanks, Fry Guy. This is move 97 coming up. If they both make 101 moves, the game's drawn. 51 is the last time that things changed. Yeah, this is move 51 here. King takes e6. There's been no trades and no pawn moves and no captures. It's very hard to play e4 now. I'll have to play it on move 100. Then it starts over the 50 move rule. Now it's a draw anyway, but still. No, they don't claim the draw on chess.com. It used to be you did. Now you don't. But we'll see what the rules are for the tournament. I don't know. This is move 98. He's got to play e4 in the next 2 moves. He can play e4 here. The engine says it's fine. This is his last chance to play e4. If he doesn't play e4, the game's going to end in 2 moves. This is the 99th move. Hikaru's been defending for 99 moves. He did it, e4. He knew what he was doing. Now we start over. Now the game goes 150 moves. God damn. That is correct. That means the train never ends. You guys can donate more. Yay. Title Tuesday starts in 43 minutes. Title Tuesday. I'll be sleeping. God damn, I'll be sleeping. But I'll stream tonight. I'm supposed to be on Chess TV 9:30 to 11, so I'll stream from 9 to 11 tonight. But I'm not going to play Title Tuesday. I'll lose all my games. 4 hours of commentary. Title Tuesday, I resign. Horrible. Nope, 75 move rule is in your head. Can't make stuff up. Hikaru can't believe it. He's like, no. 50 move rule. I'm so mad. He's never been so mad. The engine says this is equal, and this is equal. He will not play knight h6. He will definitely go here or take. I predict knight g5 check myself. Cy Bradbury gifted 5 subs, getting to the end of level 2. Maybe even level 3. Maybe. This is move 99. 9999. Where are we in level 2? Where are we? At the end of level 2. It's the 99 move rule. That's correct. God damn is correct. Hikaru can't believe it. He's like, if we play 2 more moves, 50 move rule, I can play in Title Tuesday. Now he's not so sure. He's like, oh, maybe I can't play Title Tuesday. Maybe I won't make it. Okay, Hikaru did what I said he would do. He played knight g5 check first. Then he took, and then he played knight e6. The engine says that's by far the best move. Now, all 3 results are possible. Hikaru wants to put a knight on d5. He wants to make a queen. And white wants to play d5 and get 2 queens. And the engine says all zeros. Knight c3, knight c7, all zeros. Now, knight takes c6 is all zeros. Knight takes d5. God damn. Piece sacrifice. Rawr. But still a draw. Title Tuesday. Will Nepomniachtchi and Hikaru play in Title Tuesday? Their game's going to go right up against it. Starts in 40 minutes. This game's going to go at least 10 more minutes. So, no rest for the weary. 1,038 viewers. We just got 50 viewers somehow. Hi, viewers. We have a hype train going. People of the world, join in. Join the scam train. You haven't been scammed in a while. It's time to get scammed by me. You're not paying your credit cards off anyway, so might as well give me some money from your credit card. You're not going to pay it, so, Exactly. Mandatory 75 move rule. Right, but there's a 50 move rule. That's if the players don't claim the 50 moves. Then the arbiter can step in. Not related to this game. Frankly, ridiculous. He's like, I'm not paying my credit card bill. That guy's right. Damn. This game's over 100 moves of entertainment for you guys. They both have less than 5 minutes. This game will never end. 2 of the best 25-minute players in the world. Aren't you guys lucky to be home now? I think the answer is fries. The answer is always fries. Let's see. This is like my match with Eric Rose, except the moves are good and it's interesting. Otherwise, it's pretty similar. Let's see. I don't like 25-10. It's too slow. This is a grandmaster talking. He said that it's too slow, the time control. He's not playing in the event. Blah, blah, blah. Hikaru, no way he can lose. Blah, blah, blah. Is Dutch even a language? 98% accuracy. Good, good. Let's see. It used to be the Soviet Union with their B team. Man, the truth hurts. Not anymore. Man, no wonder the team's doing badly. Kasparov's their coach. That makes sense. All right. It looks like China's the shoo-in of the week to win this tournament. God damn, China has a good team. All right. Knight c3, knight c7 as predicted. King f4. That's legal. Knight a6. That's legal. Attacking the b pawn. Every move is all zeros. Knight a2 is pretty passive. Knight c7, king e4. Now the engine likes black because of this passed pawn. Rawr! Black plays for a win, then black loses. And the white king walks in. It's funny, after f5 here, knight check, the king has to go back. The king can't just walk in. The engine says black is slightly better after f5. The only way for Nepomniachtchi to win is to give him a slight advantage, hope he overpresses. We need a sub immediately, 8 seconds, to get to level 3. 1 sub, or 300 centidues. 400 centidues. Was it in time? No, it wasn't in time. Damn. I thought it was in time. 5 subs, 620 bits. I think it was in time and just Twitch doesn't work. All right, such strong support. Thanks, Cy Bradbury. Basically from you. All right, Hikaru plays f5 check. Okay, now he's losing. White's losing now. Right. He doesn't care if he loses because he knows he has to win. Yeah, now black's winning. Yeah. Yeah, now this is awesome. Yeah, now the knight's here, this knight's here, passed pawn. King e5 was a blunder, losing the game. He had to play king f4 to draw. Now Hikaru's in the driver's seat. Now Hikaru got his knight to d5 somehow. This knight's here. So, and I have a passed pawn, and I just push my passed pawn and I win. The engine says black's winning now. If this knight, okay, this knight can't move. If this knight moves off this pawn, I play knight e6, attacking this. And if the king just moves, I just walk in and win. Yeah. So Hikaru's winning now and has more time. And Nepo knew what he did might be bad, but he knows if he draws, he loses the match. So he went crazy like Fox News. Now Hikaru's going to win in 130 moves. Then he'll be unbearable on his stream. No. U.S. beats Russia 3-1. God damn. Didn't see that coming. All right, this is just resignable now. All right. White offered to draw, and Hikaru said no. That's actually bad taste, offering a draw. Nepomniachtchi and Hikaru don't like each other. They've had in the past. Nepomniachtchi shouldn't offer a draw here. That's bad form. When you're losing, you just lose. Hikaru, now, some people would give him a draw, but this is just completely winning. Offering a draw when you're completely lost is weird. Yeah, now knight e6. Or knight takes b4. He moved this knight. Yeah. And now he's just winning. So Nepomniachtchi went too far, avoiding the draw. As a result, he lost. It said he offered a draw. It said he declined to draw. I could see it. Yeah. The USA wins 3-1. God damn. Hikaru and Fabi saved the day. And Wesley had a better position. And Irina had a better position. They were never in trouble on any board. Now Hikaru's going to win on the board and on the clock. And he stacks paper to the ceiling. He gets 8,000 people to watch his stream. Conversely, Nepomniachtchi has 80 people watch his stream, especially when he's doing Hearthstone. All right. Etc. All right. Good chat. Good chat. I ban you. You ban me. You're the worst chatter in history. What is Hearthstone? I don't know. Some game on the internet. All right, the more you donate, the more Hikaru wins. There we go. Silenti61 gifted a sub. Let's get to 2,200 subs this stream. What are we missing? 39 subs. Who wants to donate 40 subs and gets to 2,200? You can do it. You have the technology. Just don't pay your credit card bill. Pay your credit card bill. Just kidding, FBI. Secret Service. Somebody. Hikaru wins. Nepo went too far, or not too far enough. Here comes the judge. Yay, Twitch Prime subscription, costing you nothing. Good job. Hikaru's coming in. He wants the U.S. to win 3-1. USA A-OK. Hikaru won and only won both games. He played really quickly. C takes D5, the only winning move, and he played it. Hikaru has 3 passed pawns. Nepo has 1 passed pawn. 3 is more than 1. King E5 wins, D4 wins, Knight C7 wins. The engine prefers Knight C7, making sure that pawn isn't dangerous. King E5 is good. He wants to play King D6 and round it up. Round it up on the bubble up. Now, the problem with this position is 2 knights do not beat a king. So if Nepomniachtchi can sack all his knights, he can draw the game if he gets all those pawns off the board. Take this pawn with his king, sack this, sack this. So still drawing chances. Hikaru has to be wary. Don't let him sack his knights for the pawns. They're on move 122. 31 minutes until Title Tuesday starts. Who would have thunk it? Not I. Not I. Not easy to win because two knights doesn't beat a king. So these are always tough to win. King d4 is +5, it says. King f5 is +3.3. They're equally likely. They both win. King f5 safer. King d4 is more forceful. Rawr, king c3, queen. King f5 is like defending the f pawn. Pretty safe. And they both win. The truth hurts. King and two knights do not beat a king. That is correct. Yeah, I already quoted that game like 3-4 streams ago. Yeah, Karpov, Korchnoi, that is correct. Three knights is easy, but that's unlikely. Hikaru, now after thinking forever, it's likely he'll play king d4 because he's calculating king d4, knight takes f4, etc. Now he knows if he loses all of his pawns, he ain't going to win, so you got to chill. He'll play king d4 after thinking forever. I have spoken. The more you donate, the more wisdom like that I'll give you. King f5 is what you play when you move instantly. King d4 is after you think 2 minutes. Truth hurts. 30 minutes until Title Tuesday. Will Hikaru play in Title Tuesday is the important question. The answer is yes. He'll definitely play. Definitely. King d4, that is correct. That's what you do after you think forever. King f5 is an instant move. All right, he'll take the knight. He'll play king c3 or b4, and the game's over. Probably b4. That keeps the white king out. Probably b4. They both win immediately, so it doesn't matter. All right, king c3. You can queen the d pawn too. Yeah, this is the truth hurts. This knight's not good at stopping this pawn. That's not good. He's got to play knight here, but he's got 2 pawns, 1 for each of them. All right. And the engine says we can get back here and have some drawing chances. I don't believe it. If Hikaru doesn't win this, it'll be great vengeance and furious anger for Hikaru. Every move wins. b4, d4, king d4, they all win. We're on move 127. God damn. 4 games in 1. This is like 4 chess games. The more you donate, the quicker he wins. King and 2 pawns versus king is always a win? No. Here it is, but not always. That's right. The arbiter told Naka to abort this game. Is king and 2 pawns versus king always a win? No. b4. Every move wins. The engine prefers d4 to b4, but whatever. Move 127, I give him a break. Give him a break. Give him a break. All right, so 2 winning moves, king c4 and king d4. No other move wins. Those moves both win. King c4 is my guess. All right, he played king c4. Knight a4 is the only move. Otherwise, he has to resign. And then black can win by king b5 and take the c-pawn and win the knight and 2 versus knight. I mean, Giri won 3 versus 2, so 2 against 0 should be easy. Knight a4 is forced. King b5, knight b2, king c6 is winning. That's what's going to happen. Yeah, now Naka's going to play king b5 and take the c6 pawn. Yeah. All right, good job, Naka. Move 130. God damn. And the engine says, good, good. I don't think they like each other. They had some argument a long time ago about, when they were playing, complained about each other, etc. All right. Go, Hikaru. Good, good. The engine says plus 1 billion for Hikaru. All moves win. Every legal king move wins. Doesn't matter what he does. He won't go to c6. He'll definitely play with our two moves. 132. God damn. So Nepomniachtchi tried to win forever. As soon as it was obviously a draw, he did something, e4. It was still a draw. Then he did something bad and lost the game. d4, that is correct. All moves win. b3, d3, doesn't matter. Move 134. Every move wins. d2 wins, b3 wins, king b3 wins. All moves win. Here comes the b pawn. God damn. And he resigned. All right, move 138. Yeah, this is hard to meet. All right, an amazing game. God damn. The U.S. wins 3-1 against Russia. China wins 3-1 against the rest of the world or Europe? Against Europe. And the rest of the world beats India 2.5, 1.5. Am I right? I think so. Yeah, rest of the world beats India 2.5, 1.5. China beats Europe 3-1. The USA beats Russia 3-1. Frankly, ridiculous results. 25 minutes until Title Tuesday, I'm definitely not playing. Frankly, terrible. I can't believe Hikaru hasn't logged in yet to start playing Title Tuesday already. I mean, his game ended like a minute ago. All right, thanks for the cheers and the subs. This is the most subs we've ever had. The very small donations, very small. And what do we have? 2,162 subs. I don't want to play Title Tuesday because I want to go to sleep. I'll be streaming tonight from 9 to 11, and I'll be on Chess TV from 9:30 to 11. So I'll see you guys tonight in about 8 hours and change. 8-hour nap sounds about right. Good, good. All right. Frankly, terrible from Nepomniachtchi. Terrible. All right. USA, A-OK. As far as I know, China's in first and the U.S. is in second. I think that's right. Yeah. All right. See you guys tonight. Bye.